Which is the best MBA? Now, this is a question which changes its meaning every year. Year on year, new programs are launched and new formats of the MBA program are launched, and the career decisions become harder. So, choosing which is the best MBA becomes a very typical question. Now, in 2025, what are the options that you have, and how do you choose the best MBA program for yourself? This is the question that we are going to address today. Hello, everyone. I am Shruti, and I am your MBA admission consultant at GOALisB. Now, if you're confused about which MBA suits you best, today we are going to break down these options and look at programs, compare the programs, which will be the full time programs in India, internationally, as well as the online and the executive MBA programs. So, let's get started. And before I start, in case you have any questions, you can always reach out to us for a profile evaluation. Share your specific details. We can help you as to what is the best format for you, or which is the best MBA programs you should look at. And also, alternatively, you can drop in your questions in the comments over here in this video, and we'll be happy to take this forward. The way to answer this question, which is the best MBA program, is to first look at what your criteria are. What are the things that you're looking at from the MBA? So, what do you want from your MBA program? Your choice of MBA will depend on where you see yourself in the next 5 or 10 years. Are you looking for a career switch? Are you looking for a salary boost, global opportunities, or are you aiming for a leadership role in your current industry? Change industries? What is it exactly that is your goal? What is the first question we need to answer when we are looking at which MBA program is going to be best for you? Let's start with the most well known format of the MBA program, that is the 2 year full time MBA in India, which is something that you will all be very familiar with. What is this 2 year MBA full time program, and how do you get there? Who is it good for? Is it really the program for you or not? Is something that is a deeper question, which I can help you address today. So these are the programs which you get into through the CAT exam. You can write the CAT, the ZAT exam, the SNAP exam, MAT, as well as CMAT. And there are many other exams which the colleges, the universities are taking, at an individual university level as well, which will get you to the 2 year MBA program. So these are programs which are ideal for professionals with 0 to 5 years of experience. The class profile, if you look at the 2 year MBA programs in India, the class profile is a good mix of professionals from 0 to 3 or 4 years of work experience. But that is also something that is totally up to you as to what exactly is it that you are planning for from your career, and where do you stand in terms of your current career situation. In terms of the opportunity cost, the 2 year MBA program has a high opportunity cost because you have to go 2 years without salary. They are slightly lesser in terms of flexibility in terms of the curriculum. The curriculum is more or less very, very structured across the universities. They're controlled by the governing bodies. And the ROI will be high, especially if you're doing it from the top schools, which are the IIMs, XLRIs, schools like SPJMR. If you're doing the 2 year MBA from any of these schools or the top ranked schools, then the ROI for the 2 year MBA program is also very high in India. In terms of a global scope, let's say you are looking at global opportunities post your MBA, the options will be limited. There will be options for global opportunities, but still limited with the 2 year MBA in India. But if you are someone with 0 years of work experience, or less than 2 years of work experience, the 2 year MBA programs, the full time MBA programs which are offered in India, are your best bet, because across the world, you can only pursue an MBA if you have substantial work experience, and a 2 year work experience is actually the minimum work experience which is expected for schools internationally. So if you are someone who wants to pursue an MBA while you are ranging from the 0 to 2 years bracket, then the 2 year full time MBA in India is the only option that you have across the world where you can get the MBA degree. Now, coming to the 1 year full time MBA, the 1 year full time MBA program is today, especially the ones in India, today are offered by at least around 15 or 17 universities. So these colleges, they offer the 1 year full time MBA program. They are the ideal programs for someone who's transitioning from a mid career professional to a senior leadership role, and with at least 5 years of experience. So you'll have a good range of programs to apply to if you have 5 years of work experience. However, you can apply to the 1 year MBA programs in India if you have more than 3 years of work experience. The options will be limited, but yes, you will have options. If you have more than 5 years, you will have a lot of options. The opportunity cost over here is at a medium level. You can say that you have to just be without a job for 1 year alone. So that is why the career impact is quicker with the 1 year MBA program. And the flexibility is also low. It has kind of a fixed schedule, but the programs are very agile. The good programs that you can look at from the 1 year MBA programs in India would be the ISB PGP, the IMA PGPX, IMA PGPX, IIM Bangalore the IIM Bangalore EPGP program, IIM Calcutta MBX program. Now, why these programs are more suited for the professionals with 5 years plus of that the cohort will also be within that same range. The average work experience for the most of these programs, especially the IIMs, will be 7 to 8 years of work experience. At ISB, it is around 4.5, 4.7 years of work experience, which is also going to change now because there is a special program, the 2 year MBA program, which is offered by ISB now, which is the ISB PGPYL for professionals up to 2 years of work experience. So we do expect the ISB PGP average work experience to also be slightly higher than the previous years. So these are the programs which you can go ahead with within India. The cost factor is also a plus for you because of the fact that you get a good opportunity to shift your career to transition to a new industry or a new function while pursuing your MBA in India itself. Now let's come to the next range of programs, which is going to be the executive MBA programs. So the executive MBA programs are for those who have a seniority level of 10 years plus of experience. Now, at 10 years plus of experience, you will have a range of programs that you can choose from. You can go in for a full-time program as well as for an executive MBA program, which is the best MBA for someone at 2 years of experience or 5 years of experience. But however, having said that, you can have an option across the formats to choose from depending on your career goals. Now, the executive MBA programs usually the minimum work experience is around 7 or 8 years. So your average class work experience will be around anywhere from 12 to 16 years. The opportunity cost is very low because there's no career break involved over here. Flexibility is high. These are usually in the weekend or the modular format. So these programs are very flexible in terms of you can pursue your work experience along with your MBA parallelly, and they are great for the leadership growth path. If you're looking at leadership careers and switching within your industry or within your company towards a leadership position, the executive MBA will fit the bill very nicely. The global scope is limited. However, it will be actually also dependent on where you are pursuing your executive MBA from. You have executive MBA programs which are modularly available in India. There you have executive MBA programs by global schools which you can pursue in an online mode. You have executive MBA programs which you can pursue globally in a modular mode wherein you need to travel to different countries across the period. So, this is perfect for you if you are already in a senior role and want to enhance your leadership skills. The next range of programs are the ones which are for the working professionals. So, there is a huge range of programs that you can apply to, which are called as the MBA for working professionals. Who is a suitable candidate for this program will be someone who has more than 3 years of work experience. You can pursue your MBA. This will usually be 2 years in duration. A lot of IIMs are offering this MBA program. There might be a test score for a lot of the application process for the MBA for working professionals. You might have to submit a test score. You can submit the CAT score, GMAT score, GRE score, or write the test that the school is offering. The program is offered in flexible format. It can be a weekend, it can be a hybrid format of the hybrid classes, and this is a highly flexible program for you. A few programs in this particular range are the ISB PGP Pro. The minimum work experience which is required for this particular program is 5 years of work experience. Or you can also go in for the IIM Bangalore PGP program, which is a weekend MBA format. This is for professionals who are staying in Bangalore because you have to go to the IIM Bangalore campus every weekend. You need a minimum of 4 years of work experience. And there is a huge range of programs which are offered by IIMs which require a minimum of 3 years of work experience. So this an example of this would be IIM Code's EPGP program, where you can pursue it in the hybrid mode and learn without leaving your jobs. In fact, IIM Ahmedabad also has a blended program, which is qualifying under the MBA for working professionals because the minimum work experience requirement is for 3 years of work experience to apply to this. It can also qualify as an online MBA because the end result of this particular program is going to be an MBA degree from IIM Ahmedabad. The next option that you can look at is the 2 year full time MBA program internationally. So, the 2 year MBA full time program internationally is different from the 2 year MBA programs in India for the reason that the minimum work experience requirement is at least 2 years. The opportunity cost is high. One, the tuition fee is going to be really high internationally, especially for the Indian applicants. If you look at it from the Indian scenario, and you need to go 2 years without income. So this is the benchmark on the opportunity cost front. These programs are offered in the full-time module. So the flexibility in terms of you doing something else will be low in this case. The ROI is very high because it is very good for global placements. The summer internships, if you land up a good summer internship, you can get a very good global placement, and then it is a very strong proposition for international career. So if you're someone who's dreaming of working for an MNC abroad, this is the best investment you can make to go in for a 2 year full-time MBA abroad. Now, choosing this particular MBA format is also, you need to keep in mind the geopolitical issues and the things which are governed by the visa norms. So, look at the specific visa norms of the countries that you're planning to apply to, and then just go ahead with the application process. You need to have a GMAT or a GRE score and a minimum of 2 years of work experience. Average work experience at most of these programs will be anywhere from 5 to 6 years. The next format that we can discuss is whether it is a very big question of which is the best MBA for you. Is it a 1 year MBA in India and abroad? Let us look at the international 1 year MBA program. So these are programs for those people who already have a good career base, based out of an international location. If you're someone who's planning to shift from India with a 1 year MBA program abroad, then probably that is not the best option because the summer placements that you have in the 2 year MBA format internationally is really going to be important for you as an international applicant to get that placement or that job opportunity. However, if you're a mid-career professional who's targeting a global MBA with a shorter break, then the 1 year full-time MBA internationally is a very good option for you. It is a fixed schedule program. The schedule is going to be very intensive. The ROI is going to be high because these programs are, structured with the job market in mind. So they have a very high job market relevance, and the scope is very good globally. If you're looking at a global career and if you're very sure that that is the place for you, then the 1 year full-time MBA programs abroad are also going to be a good option for you. The US offers the 1 year full time MBA programs for people with a very high work experience. So the minimum work experience or the average work experience in this class, if you look at the US based programs, will be around anywhere from 7 to 12 years of work experience. The European MBA programs, the INSEAD MBA or the Oxford MBA, all of these are 1 year in nature. So the how the program is structured and who the program is structured for in Europe versus US will also differ. So when you're selecting your MBA programs internationally, look at the exact nature of the program and not only the duration of the program. Next comes the online MBA. The online MBA is the most recent format of MBA programs, which is actually picking up very well, which gives you a maximum flexibility as well as minimum disruption in your work schedules. So, this is the best program option for working professionals who need the flexibility without relocating. The opportunity cost is close to nothing because that you will be continuously earning while you are studying. The flexibility will also be very high because most of these are offered in the synchronous and the asynchronous mode. So you will really be able to manage your MBA program along with your work schedules. The ROI remains moderate in this case because it does help you gain the skills, but it doesn't match the networking of a full time MBA. So the online MBA versus the full time MBA, there will be a clear difference of the opportunities that you get to network. So transitioning careers, transitioning industries with the online MBA is probably not the best thought to have if you're choosing this program. If you want to build your skills, prepare yourself for the next leadership role within your organization or within the same industry, the online MBA will definitely be a good choice. This is the best for self-paced learners who want an MBA credential without disrupting their career at all. So these are the options that you have in 2025 to pursue an MBA. Which is the best MBA for you will depend on whether you want a career switch, whether you want a leadership role in your current company, whether you want the fastest ROI. or you need an MBA without quitting your job, or if you want to work abroad, if you want to transition abroad. So, based on all of these questions, the MBA programs will differ. So, there's no one answer for which is the best MBA for you. It will depend on a lot of discussion and introspect to find what is the best program for you. However, at the same time, in case you feel that you want any advice in terms of the selection process, or to understand what your career goals should be or what your expectations should be from what format of the MBA program, feel free to get in touch with us. We'll be happy to assist you with your MBA journeys. Thank you and all the best.